Well, hello, YouTube. Hello, YouTube. I am live on Sunday night. You're gonna think it's a flashback because that's when I used to do my lives all the time. Was 5 or 6 o'clock on Sunday nights. I now do it on Tuesdays, but I'm here on Sunday night on September 11th. So yes, it is a live event because I have an announcement that you should definitely be paying attention to. That I am a few hours from closing the course that I created, and you should totally jump in and join me. The process of creating this online course has been in my mind and really um, in my brain, in my think tank. Even back when I wrote the second book, which is like the handbook for how do you do keto in a clinic, how do you take somebody through the course of improving their metabolism. And I will be the first to tell you that there is not a handbook out there for that. But once you've been in practice as a couple of decades, like I have, um, there's lots of people who wanted to come to the clinic, and I just couldn't satisfy them. So that was when I was writing the book. But when I published the book, I left a few things out of the book that was just too advanced. I couldn't communicate it in the book without the book is already thick. It's a great story, but the book was is good the way it is, and I promised myself that I would teach this part. And so for the better part of probably 8 months, I've been putting this advanced content into slides and into this advanced courses that I won't be showing on YouTube because it is not for the casual learner. It is for the advanced learner, and that has been launched six days ago. There are a limited number of students. There are only 250 seats, and we are almost full. So if you were on the fence and you're considering this, join us. For the past 2 weeks, I have been teaching the coaches what they've been my students and kind of going through the getting the wheels all oiled to make sure it works like it's supposed to. And oh my gosh, they've learned so much. They've learned so much. They've helped me learn, and we're so excited. They're just like cute, adorable, brand new teachers waiting for students to enter their classrooms. And they're so, it's just been inspiring to work with them and to watch them want to do a good job and help the people who are struggling. That when I helped them and the coaches, there were lots of people who wanted to become a coach, but the 11 that got chosen had a wonderful history and advanced performance in keto, but even they have learned. And we've had some physicians sign up, we've had some coaches sign up, we have newbies sign up. And what they really wanted was they wanted a very intense learning curve that took them from where they're at to the next level. And even if you're at a pretty good level, you're going to find a place in this course that really does improve your understanding of why you're stuck and what you're going to need to do to get unstuck. But we're going to do it in a place where I don't know. The coaches have been inspired. I'm inspired. I'm super excited, and I feel really blessed to have so many people interested in it. We are a few signups away from closing the door. So if you're not signed up yet, please give it. And you're on the fence, this is the time to do it. I was talking with a friend of mine the other day, and he has not keto. He does not understand what we're doing, and I just reflected how much he was, asking for some of my medical advice, and I just kept thinking, the improvement in his body would take about 6 weeks of very intense coaching. And many people, when they start out on the ketogenic diet, if they could just go from one spot to the next without any stalls, they're 6 weeks away from this place where their metabolism really is churning out better life, better energy, less free radicals, less damage, better improvement. But he's never going to get there on his own. He totally needs people around him saying, "What do you mean that's what you do next? What do you mean you're stuck at that point?" And I think that's what's happening in these classrooms. It happened in the classroom of the coaches. You could see several of them say, "Oh, I wasn't going to do that, but I am going to do it now." And so they've totally stepped up their game in places they didn't think they should have to or wanted to. But there was an environment of positive pressure for improving their health to the best of their ability, to get off of all those prescription medicines, to really take their health to the highest level it can be at the age they're at. So I have been really using the private uh, page on Facebook called the Neurons as a teaching playground for keto. And what I've noticed in that playground as well, there has been this level of education that needed to be bridged. And I know the coaches that are in the classroom, they're all neurons, so they're going to be adding that education back into the neurons page. But even more impressively is how many of the students that are in the classroom are also neurons. So you're going to find that that teaching pool is going to have those advanced educators inside that platform. I think that's a win-win. And then there's going to be people who they have no idea how much they can improve their health in 3 weeks. So we let the first batch of students in on Friday, and it's a new platform. So the people who had signed up by Friday, we got them inside the classroom. We got we just let that cohort of people in because we had sorted them into the right classrooms. And before they got in, they filled out a Google form that tells us a little history about where they're at with their journey. And they really found it to be a place where they've introduced themselves. They've watched the first lecture that I put all this energy into, and really it's the part that by the time they've watched all 5 of these videos, I mean, they could stand alongside me in my clinic and help do what I do in my clinic. So there's a few physicians that have signed up. There's a few physical therapists, a few health coaches, and there's just regular folks saying, I want out of the slump I've been in. I want to restart. I want to improve. And we're just creating that environment for this audience of people. And then we expect them to go out and to teach what they've learned here. So this is not like the other courses, which kind of go on for a while. I give no guarantee that I'm going to do this again. It has been an intense amount of work. My husband's like, when does my wife come back? I'm like, 3 more weeks, baby. Because it is a lot of work, but I think that's the beauty of saying this intense focus for 3 weeks offers a place that isn't a dwindling, but really gives that concentration for the ones who are ready to level up. And when they walk out of the 3 weeks at the end of this course, they'll still get to watch have access to those 5 didactic lectures, but the classroom will close, the teaching will end. And it's because we're so confident that what will be infused in their life, not only through their story, but by watching other people who are stuck. And they might not be at that level yet. They might not be stuck there. But now when that happens in their life, they will know what the right thing to do is, of how to teach the ones around them that are stuck, especially for those health coaches that have really looked for a place in keto to improve. And there are not a lot of advanced classrooms like this. I contend we need the students and we need the teachers. And I will get to have 10 case studies throughout this that we will be finding that teachable moment for. Yeah. Anthony says, please offer it again. I do really want I want to see how well this education penetrates throughout the keto space. I think that's the most powerful part that really wrapped me into doing this. I could see so many of the health coaches of the coaching teams of keto get stuck, and they would say the only place that we found the answer was coming into my clinic, and there's not enough of me. There's not enough physicians seeing patients that are stuck in these places, and you do not need to be a doctor to undo that stuff. There are things you need to be the doctor for. This isn't it. But it is very exciting to be able to take the education to that level. Oh, I see lots of familiar folks over here on the chat. Busha, nice to see you. Thanks for the background. Yes, because you know what starts in 25 minutes? Tom Brady. Yes, the Bucks are playing. It is football season, so I am super excited to not look at my computer, not look at the online course for at least the 2.5 hours of Tom Brady playing football. And my husband's really excited about that too. He's like, "You're closing that computer for the game, right?" So I wanted to take this opportunity before the game starts, before kickoff, to say we are super excited. We are so thankful for the people who have said yes. We know that it's an investment that not everybody can afford, but we know the ones who are coming into this classroom will be wrapped in our momentum of changing their metabolism. We've already had several of the people who've leveled up to a great level say, and they've been in a similar situation that I've done before that is not in the public, saying I would like to be part of that. So your support has been awesome. There are a few seats left, and we do close the seats at midnight tonight. So if they are not filled, we will do wonderful with the number of students we've had. So I will see everybody on the other side of the television at the Bucks game. I'm watching it from my house. I'm not going to the game, but I will gladly cheer on Tom Brady and his Bucks in the next 20 minutes. Thanks, everybody. We will see you on Tuesday night for sure, but hopefully I'll see you inside the course.